Hi, everyone.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Here we go.
Okay, we got a few more people that will be joining, and then I'll make some introductions.
Perfect.
Okay.
If everyone wants to mute their phones.
Yeah. Norma, can you turn your camera off completely by any chance?
Good morning, good afternoon, America, Canada. Welcome to WP Kemper. Thank you very much for attending this online demonstration. My name is Hans. I'm the sales and marketing director of Kemper.
We cannot hear you, Hans. Can't hear you. This is Pat. Hans.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, that's better.
Well, we start again. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for joining this online demonstration. My name is Hans. I'm the sales and marketing director. And here is Harald. He's your contact person for the United States. One of the main drivers of today's event is, of course, Corona. And I hope that everybody in your company, your family, your friends, that everybody is healthy, and I want to wish you a very good health. Harry.
Thank you, Hans, for the short introduction. Yes, my name is Harry. I'm supporting our US team from WP, and today we will show you in total 4 products. Yeah, and I would like to show you the first product where we are starting. It's we call it Italiano. It's 450 grams. It's a dough with dried tomatoes inside and also dried onions. And I would also like to show you how it looks like when you cut it. So you will see a very nice open structure. Yes, and this will be the first product.
The weight of that product is 16 pounds. The second product we will run is a baguette. I think everybody knows this product. The way we make it on the Pane is like the traditional baker in Paris is making it. And you will see later on why we achieve such a great quality.
And we have a very nice open structure. The third product we are producing, we call it Diamond. It's 80 grams diamond, and you can see also it's a very open structure, and this will be the third product what we will produce.
The fourth product that we'll make is a typical ciabatta. You have ciabatta in all different sizes. Today we will make a square one, and also with a very nice open structure. And that will be the last one. Just for this event, if you have any questions, we would like to make this an interactive show, an interactive demonstration. If you have any questions, please use the raise your hand button on your screen, and we will contact you.
Yes, thank you so much now for the introduction, and I wish you now a nice show. Enjoy the time with us, and I think it will be a very interesting show to see these 4 products in the next 15 minutes.
Can we introduce Thomas Hesse to you?
Thomas, our master baker.
He's our master baker for today.
Hello.
And he will demonstrate on the car.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's start. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody can hear us. Just to give you that we have a comfortable meeting here, please everybody switch off your microphone, because otherwise we hear the noise around you, and this would be nice if everybody can do this. Yes, so we are starting now with the first dough. We are bringing now with our lifter the dough inside the hopper. It is a hopper which has a capacity of 180 kilograms with an oiling system. We will show you later on how the oiling system is working. The product, what we are producing now, we are producing on 2 rows. Here you can see now in detail the lifter, how it's going up. And the lifter, of course, is also produced by WP. On top, we have a safety circuit. So safety is a very important issue for us. You can see also the material. It's a blue plastic material, so hygienic is also a high focus on this line. Yeah, and now we have the complete dough inside the hopper. This dough we will run through the line.
The next step will be that we make chunks of dough. The pane is a stress-free line. And the rotating knives that we use to cut the dough in stripes is especially designed to do it in a way that we do not harm the dough. It's a big trend that we want to go to sourdoughs. We want to get rid a little bit of too much improvers. And for that, the doughs are more gentle, needs more gentle handling. And the whole design of the pane is aimed at that goal, to be as stressless as possible. You now see the inside of the machine. On the top, you see the rotating knife cutting off a chunk of dough, which is now fed into the set of rollers. And the rollers are also designed to roll out the dough to a flat strip in the most gentle way possible.
Yes, we are the complete rollers, which you can see now is servo driven, and we have also there sensors where we are controlling the speed, how fast the dough is going through the rollers. We have there, if Sebastian goes a little bit closer, you can see there a red point where you can see the sensors where we are controlling the speed of the rollers. Now you can see here we are going in two rows operation. You can see the roller knife. And now,
Harald?
Yes.
Harald, this is Patricia. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're not seeing anything on the screen. We've all lost the video.
You are, because we are seeing everything. If you are pinning the 2 pictures of the two cameras, then you can see it.
A request to everybody to switch off the camera and to switch off the microphone, unless you have a question.
Yes, it is, and we're still not seeing any video.
Is everybody seeing this?
I'm seeing it, sorry. I see both.
I see both also.
I see both.
We have
Norma Swart,
people.
could you switch off your camera, please? Is it getting better, Patricia? Do you see what's happening?
I do not see what's happening, and I see people writing in that they've lost the video feed. I just want to make sure everyone's able to see. There's quite a few people writing in that they still do not see the video feed. And I also do not. And that's with my video camera turned off and my microphone when I'm not talking.
You can see here that a few people still have their microphone switched on.
So maybe if I start also to talking when I showing the picture, maybe then my picture is coming again for everybody, that everybody see it again.
That's working now.
No?
That's right.
So my camera is now back on screen for everybody.
Okay, then can we start that over again, please?
Bastian, can you go back to the hopper and show the process, or from the side? Can you show the...
Okay, of course. So I'm gonna go back to the machine. We are starting in the, see now the last dough strip is coming from the star rollers, is going through our roller system, where we have different kind of rollers where we reduce the height of the dough strip. It's a sensor controlled system, and in the ground of our roller system we have our rotating knife, and this product we are cutting in 2 stripes. We see it here from the back side, and now I'm going to the side of the machine where the 2 stripes coming to the big knife where we are cutting the dough pieces, and the dough pieces with a weight of 450 grams are falling down into the rounding station, and this products get rounded and coming out of our rounding station with 2 rolls, 450 grams. And now we are leaving the Pane head machine. It's coming up to the normal operation level. And then we are going with this product to the discharge belt, where we discharge the products on the plates for baking. It's a special belt where we are putting it on so that we can later bake this on a stone oven, and we're putting 2 by 4 products on each plate. So the capacity actually for this product is, I will check it on the screen. We are producing 1,600 breads per hour. So this is a standard speed that you can discharge by hand. The maximum speed is about 2,400 pieces, and but then it gets more difficult to discharge this by hand. Then you need an automatic trace transport or a larger discharge belt where you can put it more products on more belts. But for this case, we have this 1,600 pieces per hour of this bread. Here you see again the result of the baked product later on. Baked on a stone oven, on a Matador stone oven, and yeah, one cut it there. Yeah, it's with dry onions and dry tomatoes inside. And here we see the rounded products. It's a flat shape, but it's round, and it's an open structure from the tip on one side and complete closed on the other side.
It's quite unique that you are able to make a 16-ounce product on a machine that can even go to a small weight as half an ounce. It shows the flexibility of the line. What also shows the flexibility of the line is that we will now change over to the baguette. And Thomas will demonstrate what the steps are to change over to the next product.
the machine. First of all, we change the knife. Now we change it. This was knife 2. And
So-
we change it now for knife 1.
So this is the first point where we're making the changeover to the next product, is that we have one stripe and not two stripes, and that we have one cutting rotated knife in the ground. Then we are adjusting the throughput level of the rollers with this both hand wheels and have scales for the right setting points. At next, we are changing the spreading belt after the knife from 2 rolls to 1 roll. It's very easily. You have fixed adjusting points.
The next one, change the drum.
Du musst gerade das Mikrofon einschalten, dann sieht man die Kamera wieder. This was the outside drum, what we have disassembled. Now we have disassembled the inside drum. This was both for round products. And now we will install the special inside drum for the baguettes. It's a complete flat drum. And then the baguettes get molded between the drum and the molding belt.
Here is also important, we have a patent on it. Now Thomas is switching the recipes from the Italianos to the baguettes.
Yes. And now we're directly starting the machine. Now the drum for the baguettes gets in position automatically. This is now what you see on the screen. That is the automatic adjustment. The dough is already inside. And now you see the special movement that we can long molding baguettes in a rounding station.
It's a typical artisan way how we are doing the baguettes, and with this artisan movement, we are not disturbing the dough structure.
So the first dough is now coming into the roller system. It's nearly the same picture like as the product before. It's a little bit more soft dough. You see it, it's go wider from the beginning. So it's also easier for the machine to go directly in the width, the full width of the roller system. Now the second dough strip is coming down. This machine works directly with flour. Behind the star hopper system, we have directly flour on the products. This is very important for the surface of the products. We only work with a little bit of oil in the hopper, and the rest of the time we are working completely with flour on the surface of the product.
Now we are coming to a position where we have our weight accurator. Sebastian can show this. Here we are checking the weight, and depends on the weight.
Here you see a strip of dough being cut and being fed automatically into the round molding station, which is working in a very special way to long mold the baguettes as you would do by hand in a back and forth motion. to have a very precise way.
The length of baguettes, what you can see now, is around 400 millimeters, which is coming out from the round molding, from the baguette mold station.
And you can see the uniformity of the dough pieces coming out. Sebastian, can you show in the display how the actuator works?
Yes, I can, of course. So now you see how the actuator is working. On the scale, it's checking the weight of the dough strength continuously. And then we are setting the different lengths. So if there are different in weights of the dough strips, we compare this. If we change the length of the product, and this, you see this on the right side, you see the different lengths of each dough pieces. And for this reason that we are getting 2 or 3 millimeters longer or shorter, we can guarantee that we are coming to a much higher weight accuracy than without checking, without a scale, of course.
The capacity of the line, what you can produce, is 1,800 baguettes per hour. This is the capacity for this product. Generally, we are talking about 960 kg of dough per hour, what you can produce with Pane line.
Now I come to the second long molder in the machine. The second long molder is an option. This helps us to come to a length of 50 to 60 centimeters for these baguettes. And it's the same way of long molding. That means also here it's like molded by hand. You see the belt is going forward and backward. And so we have no long molding in one direction. We have all the time long molding in both directions. And the result is that you have dough piece, baguettes after the long molding directly. It's complete straight. The tensions are the same in both directions from long molding. So you don't get bananas or something like this. You don't need a resting time. The dough piece has the right shapes, the right lengths, and you can go directly forward to the discharge belt. And here also we are putting it on plastic boxes for additional resting time. And later on we put the baguettes directly on a stone oven and bake this, of course, also like the first product directly on the stone. Of course, is also a possibility to go to fillet trays if you want to bake the products and the last proving time directly on baking trays. You can also discharge this product directly on baking plates.
The baguettes are getting more and more popular outside of France as well. We have designed the Pane machine. It says those with high hydration rate, up to 80%. And it's really fantastic.
So the important thing here is that we are working with flour, and this gives us the special crust, the special result that you get a typical French baguette also after baking, also from the optical point that you get a really traditional product.
The line, what you can see now here, has a configuration where you can produce at minimum around 15 different products. You can produce, as you've seen before, you can produce round products from a weight range of 20 grams up to 450 grams. And then later on, we will see the ciabattas. These are square products where you can make weight ranges from 15 grams up to 1,500 grams. Then you can also produce triangles if you want. You can do different stamps on square products, and you can also make diamond shapes. This you will see later on.
Now we will change the machine for the next product, the diamond roll. Now it was the last discharge. All products are out of the line, and we are stopping the machine and go to the recipe control system, and we are loading the right recipe for diamonds. Then we go to the back side of the machine, changing the roller knife. For the first product, we had a two-line roller. For the baguettes, we are working only with one row. And now, as you see, we have a knife where we can cut 5 stripes in the roller system. We are adjusting the throughput of the roller. And now we are changing the way of how the dough is going through the machine. The spreading belt is now adjusted to 5 rolls. There are fixed marking positions that you easily find it and very fast can adjust it to the right pitch. Then we are closing the gap for the rounding station. Now it's closed and the product's going straight on the upper level.
The station, what you have seen before, or this station, what now Thomas is working on, here you can add different stamping units. We have around 15 different stamping units where you can stamp square products. And it's also possible to make, we have also in our group, in the Horstman group, we have also a company which is has a 3D printer, and we can print each stamp for customer requests. This is also possible.
So now we are ready. Harry, I will take over. We are now ready for the next products. We have already started the machine and the first dough is coming.
Can I add that we have done this whole changeover in only 3 minutes? And you can see the new dough coming, which is a different dough as well than the baguette dough, with a slightly less hydration rate.
Also very important about the recipe, these products, what we are producing now, they are complete label-free. It's a sourdough, which around 12-hour resting time. We have produced the dough in the morning, and then we have given the dough a resting time of 12 hours. And before this demo, we have mixed the dough, and so it has a very nice dough structure. And also this line is a stress-free dough processing line, so we are not disturbing the dough structure. This is also important.
Different than before, the dough will now not fall into the round molding station, but it will bypass the round molding station and it will pass underneath the stamping station. And the stamping station, first we make stripes. We have now 5 stripes of dough next to each other. And the stamping station has knives inside. And with those knives, we are able to make triangular or the diamond-shaped products. In this case, it's a diamond shape, but different type of knife you can also make triangle-shaped products. And you will see that we are not using the guillotine right now because the actual cutting of the stripes we do with the stamping station.
It's also very important here, you don't have any waste dough. So this is the difference, the WP lines. We're talking about cheating lines that we don't have any waste here. And as you know, waste is every time a lot of rework, and here you can also save money and time in your production.
Right. Sebastian, can you also show the first 2 rows that came out of the machine?
Sorry, I go back.
Can you also show the first 2 rows that came out of the machine?
Of course. I will find it back. So this is the second row. The first row we take away. And this is the second row and the third row, what now coming to the discharge belt to the end of the line.
Which is already a sellable product.
Now the first product is coming into the light sensor, and then we are starting directly the next belt. And these products get directly placed on a baking plate. So that you can also choose for each way behind this makeup for different ways of final proving and also for different ways of baking, of course.
The whole line can be configured to your needs. If you would like to have seeded products with sesame seed or poppy seed or whatever, we can integrate a seeding station as well. This line is specifically made for baguettes, but you can see what flexibility you have when you have such a layout, when you have such a setup. You can also make this. Sebastian, what is the speed that we are running with right now?
I'll just check it, just a moment. These are actually 5,000 pieces per hour.
5,000 pieces per hour. In the background, on the overview of the machine, you can see that Thomas is already feeding the dough for the last product that we want to show today. So that is one of the things that you can do to ensure a very short setup time. He's doing already the preparations for the next run, and in the meantime, the machine produces on and on. Someone is sharing his screen with us.
So what you already see is we need no manual adjustments during the operation of this product. And you can run this 5,000 product only with one person who discharge in the end of the line. And of course, you need a dough maker, somebody who is feeding the line with fresh dough. And so you don't need more than 2 people for dough preparation and feeding. and only one person who discharge this product in the end and get every single baking plate. Or you go to a half automatical system in the end, where you have a robot or something else that the baking plates get positioned on the discharge belt and get back to the trolley for proving and baking.
So that were the diamond-shaped products. And then it's about time to move over to the ciabatta. Ciabatta dough do we have, Harald?
We have also
I can show again the product. This is a diamond product, and we cut it before baking. That means it's final proof there's a diamond shape. And then we have cut it in front of the oven, and this was the result after baking.
What I would like to show you now, when we are doing the changeover of the line, I would like to show you a presentation. This presentation is, we have a monitoring tool. On this monitoring tool, we call it WP Connect. It's a line monitoring tool where you can see how many pieces. You can see this on each mobile phone, on each mobile device. You can see there the hourly capacity, what you're producing. You can see the recipe on it. You can see the user, the machine number, the software version, and how many pieces you have produced in total. We are monitoring also with this WP Connect tool. We have a digital diagnostic tool. We are monitoring also all the motors and sensors inside the machine. So we have in total 117 data points. So you can see online every time the status of the sensors and motors and servo drives. And you can also connect your line via remote control to the service of WP. And I will show you this here. This is the system overview. So we have inside the Pane line, we have a local data dashboard, which is protected via firewall. And we are connecting the line with the WP Connect server. Of course, this is protected via a security tool. And you as partners, you can allow us that we can connect the remote control from WP directly on your line. And we can see then if there is any failure, we can see what is the software status on your line, what is the problem on the line. We can immediately solve this. I will now switch back to the demo.
So the first dough is now coming, the first stripe. Now we have, in the meantime, during the presentation, we have adjusted the line to a 4-row operation. Now it's a really soft ciabatta dough. The red point, what is Harald now showing, is the light sensor. It's a laser distance measuring sensor. And we are checking the filling level of our roller system. And if we have not enough dough, we accelerate one of the motors in front of the sensors. If we have a little bit too much dough, we are slow down the motor in front of the sensor. And so we have every time the same filling level and adjusting very continuous and equal dough stripes during the sensors and the different speed of the motors. And the second was the sensor for the weighing, as I've already described with the first product, where we have the scale. Now the product's going about the scale, and we are changing the length and setting the right length of the product according to the weight what we want to have. Now we are using the original knife. The line is now operating continuously again. It's a roller knife also. You see it, we're cutting on the right side first and on the left side some milliseconds later. So the knife is rolling from the right to the left through all those stripes. It's like an 8-meter pizza roller, for example, to imagine. The speed is also 5,000 pieces per hour now. Thomas, Thomas, can you show us one of the dough pieces? Can you take it away from the belt and show? It's really soft. It's really soft dough. Very flexible. Thank you very much, Thomas.
You can run this line up from the water content. We are talking about up to 8% water content where you can run the line. Sebastian, can you explain us the curve from the knife?
Yeah, I already tried to explain it. I will do it again. So you see our cutting knife, our main cutting knife, goes down first on the right side and some milliseconds later on the left side. So it's a curve on this knife, and we are rolling from the right to the left through all the dough stripes. Doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, 3, or 5 dough stripes, we have every time the same. And this helps us that we can also cut very, very soft doughs, and we don't need a holding device to hold it in position. Because we have only cutting in a small area and not on the complete length of the dough in one time. And this helps to avoid sticking on the knife, that the dough doesn't stick on the knife.
All right, what's up? Okay, I'm just in a webinar.
And this product we are also setting directly on baking plates.
If anybody thinks, oh, that's a very unsafe machine to run because all the covers are open, this is only for demonstration. It's definitely not the case that the machine can run if you do not close all the covers. Normally you have to close them. But this is especially for this demonstration.
The line itself is very flexible. You can start only with the head machine and with the retraction belt. So that means you can produce with the head machine, you can produce all different kinds of round products, all square products, triangle, diamond shapes, and baguettes up to 400 millimeter length. So you can produce around 10 products only with the head machine and with the retraction belt. And the other modules, each module has his own control. system and power supply, and it's a plug-and-play system, so you can add later on, for example, our long molding unit or a cutting unit, seating unit, whatever. So we are very flexible operation of the lines.
Den Wagen nochmal rausfahren wegen der Reinigung.
Well, that was basically all the dough that we had for today. I think we have shown the flexibility of the machine, as Harald also explained already. And what has been said before, the purpose of this machine is to cope with your challenges in the market today. I think people do not want to eat the same product every day. I think people are looking more and more into health aspects of bread. I think people are more and more referring to traditional made products, and that is exactly the reason why we have developed the Pane. Of course, we have to meet modern standards when it comes to weighing technology, scaling accuracy. That is one of the reasons why we have put a lot of attention to the weighing technology inside of the Pane. And altogether, we have come with a machine that can handle the doughs of the future and that can make the products of the future.
We can also produce with this line. We also do brioche products. We are also doing soft products, like we have customers which are producing also burger buns and hot dogs. Of course, it's more a rustical burger and hot dog, but it's also possible to do it. Sebastian, can you show now the module, what Thomas?
How it's coming out for cleaning.
Yeah.
So this is what we have prepared now. As after production, it's also a very special design of this machine that we can have very, very good and fast access to each points you need to clean. That means, I show it in the meantime, maybe you have seen it on the video, with only in 1 minute you have get all the belts and the cutting knife and the stamping unit. It was disconnected on the back side of the machine, and then you can take it complete out of the machine. This machine has no drives or no meal drives. Everything what is important stays on the back side. Like the rolling station and also the roller system. And you have also now very good access from the front of the machine, and you're reaching all points for cleaning. This red nozzles is a special thing. There we can also inject grease or a special type of fat for the rounding station to produce a special type of German rolls, and this is also an option what is here now installed. If you doesn't have it, then you have also more space from the inside, and you can clean the machine also very, very fast, very, very deeply. This is the same for the rest of the line. You have everywhere you big doors. If you're looking at this long molding station, you have only 2 doors. And then the complete side of the machine is open if you open these doors, and you have very, very fast access to everything. We have catch trays on each position of the machine, so that it gets also the additional or too much of the flour, the dust flour we are collecting in the catch trays. And so this is also a very, very open design for very fast and efficient cleaning process.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have now a question. Do you have questions? This is now, if you would like to give us a feedback or recommendation and asking us a question, it's a pleasure for us to answer this.
If you think that, if you have to think it over, you can always give us or Patricia a call and come with questions.
We will be, hello everyone, this is Patricia Kennedy. I just want everyone to know we'll send you a recording, a copy of this recording in case you weren't able to see it all. And for many of us, we were not able to see the screen at all times, so I'm sorry about that, but we'll get the recording out to you.
Yes, everything is recorded, and we will send you a link where you can download the complete session. This you will get latest by tomorrow morning. You will have this. Hans is showing now also the pictures. This product was baked in the afternoon. All the products, because we cannot bake it now because otherwise the show it's too long. And Sebastian is showing now the products here, the nice baguettes, the Italianos, and the Ciabattas and the Italiano and the baguettes are really without any improvers. It's completely label-free. It's only sourdough inside and with a long fermentation or always.
So all products which are directly the baguettes and Italianos were baked directly on the stone oven. That's our matador in our group. And the other products are baked in the rotary oven. It was the rototherm from WP. So this both ovens were used to bake these 4 types of products, and proved were everything in our manual proving chamber, also a WP proving chamber, of course.
Okay, so we from our side, we would like to say thank you that you have attended at this event. Do you have any questions which we can answer now? Nobody has a question?
Then it seems that it was a really good presentation and that we have explained everything in detail so well. So then also thank you very much for my time, and in your timeline have a good day, and we have in our time zone a good evening.
Well, thank you all to you at the Kemper Test Center. This is Patricia. I want to thank everyone that joined us. A lot of people have left, but we will get that recording out to you all, and we'll be in contact with you to answer any questions one-on-one. But thank you everyone over at our colleagues in Germany, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Excellent, very excellent job. Very good job. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, team.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
And stay healthy.
You too, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All the best, everyone.
Is it not done?
Wahrscheinlich.